Okay, a few things to share with you today. Actually, quite a few things, and I'm not going to talk about every single picture I have to share. So please pause and study each one of the pictures that I show because each are important. But there's just so much packed into this, and a lot of this is an accumulation of years of study of my own on knees, in prayer, fasting before the Father. So I'm going to try and make this as brief as possible, but still get all the information to you. And I know that those who truly are seeking the truth will do their homework once they've watched this video. So, Bible prophecy will be fulfilled as written. There is no stopping it. I'm first going to say this. However, even though there are many calamities that will be happening, there will also be many miracles, as are prophesied in the Bible. And those miracles and that amazing things that happen will happen for the people of the Father, the Most High Yahuwah Elohim. Now, I see a lot of people who are trying to stand in their faith and who are doing much to try and lean on that faith. But here's the thing. You have to be on the rock. You have to be standing on the rock. And that's not to say that you're not. And it's not to say that that your faith is hollow or shallow by any means. Okay, please don't take this message that way. But we are commanded that we must grow and bear fruit. Now, all of us, anybody who's a Christian or anybody who's come to a faith knows who Jesus Christ is. They've heard of him, they've heard his name. The whole world has been indoctrinated in some form about Jesus Christ. Keep that in mind. The whole world has been. Everybody in this planet knows who Jesus Christ is. Okay? But that said, as we're looking at all the calamities that are happening on these maps, are you noticing that the heartland of this country, which is Babylon in scripture, okay, this is Babylon, it will fall. But I'm just saying, you can see where as this country is beginning to be hit, it's getting hit in the heartland. It's getting hit where the populations are what the politicians say, clinging to their guns, their pew-pews, and their Bibles, right? These are populations that have probably more pew-pews and other supplies, more so than any other part of the country on the east or west coasts, okay? So keep that in mind. There's a reason, military war strategy, they're going for the heart of the matter, so to speak. And then that way the rest of it will all just fall down like a house of cards. Anyway, so 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, and my people who bear my name, this is going to be important, listen carefully. This is time for everybody who ever claims to have had faith in God and Jesus needs to level up. This you have to level up for this war, okay? Otherwise you will fail. And my people who bear my name humble themselves, pray and seek my face and turn away from their evil ways, meaning they're not learning the 10 Commandments. They're not learning his ways. They don't know his name. But if you turn away from your evil ways, then I will hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to go through every single word in every single one of these. Please pause and read and study on your own. Take it to the Father and Most High for confirmation. Revelation 3. Important again. I will write on him the name of my Elohim. I'm going to give you the correct Hebrew translation, not this garbage God. God is not his name. And people say it's a title. No, it's not. There's only one name, it says in Acts. One name under heaven by which you can be saved. A name, not a title. Okay? A name, not a title. Satan has many names and Satan has many titles and he has many masks and that's how he deceives you. And God is one of them. It's short for Gadriel. That is found in the apocryphal books because that's his true name, Gadriel. But I will write on him the name of my Elohim and the name of the city of my Elohim. The Elohim spoken of here is Yahuwah. That's the name of our Father Creator. Judges 10. This is a warning. This is what Father Yahuwah has told his prophets to tell us, that you have abandoned me. We have broken the first commandment and worshipped other gods. Okay? We're worshiping other gods because we're following after God and Jesus. Yes, I know everybody came to faith through the name God and Jesus. Everybody did. This is not a judgment. I myself did as well. But again, he expects us to grow. John 15. We must grow beyond that. Just as a child is born and first calls their father and mother mama and dada. okay? Mama and Dada. And as that child grows, that child learns through conversation that he overhears or his parents say. He learns their parents' names, becomes more intimate knowing them, okay? So Mama and Dada, we believe that, we've heard that as God and Jesus, Mama and Dada, right? But now we have to grow beyond that. It's time to stand in the true identity and the true strength of their power, okay? It says right here, Judges 10, but you have abandoned me and worshipped other gods, meaning we haven't grown beyond the Mama Dada, okay? We need to grow beyond these false names and titles. Worshipping other gods, whether, we have no excuse. In this day and age, the information is there at a click. You have to do your own research. There are books you can still get. You better search him before you can't find them anymore. But therefore I will not deliver you again. You have abandoned me and worshipped other gods, therefore I will not deliver you again. Go and cry out to the gods you have chosen and let them deliver you whenever you are oppressed. Now this is going to be a heavy point in my message, and I'm going to say this with complete love and humility and just imploring you to hear this. The reason why people are not receiving deliverance or help in supernatural ways is because they're calling on the wrong names. They're calling on the wrong names. They're calling on God and Jesus. Now, don't get me wrong. Father looks at their heart. He knows where each person is in their spiritual growth and their path. He knows that maybe some of these people are newly born again and are still saying Mama Dada, okay? Saying God and Jesus. He knows where their hearts are true and their true intent. He knows. He can weigh the hearts. But at the same time, for those of us who are maturing, we must grow fast and we must be wise as serpents and gentle as doves. And you must ask him to train your hands for war, Psalm 144. You must ask him to do that because you're going to need it. You're going to need it, okay? 10 Commandments. What is the very, very first commandment? Do not have any other gods besides me. And the other is, do not take your father's name in vain, or do not bring it to naught. His name is not God. That's a false title. His name is Yahuwah, and I'll teach you more here. But he says, as any loving father will, you will seek me and find me when you search for me. You must dig. Don't just take what's given to you over the pulpits. You must get into your own Bible study and prayer and worship before him, seeking the truth from him, the source of all things. And he also says, with all your heart. He wants true intent. You want to truly know him. He loves you passionately. He wants you to be in love with him as passionately. He wants to have an intimate relationship with you. But you can't have an intimate relationship with him if you don't know his name. And of course, Revelation 3, this one really hit me hard when I was still in Mormonism. It says, see, I stand at the door and knock, and if anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and eat with him and he with me. Okay? He says, to the one who conquers, I will give him the right to sit with me on my throne, just as I have conquered and sat down with my Father on his throne. Okay? So, the thing is, most people have heard Jesus Christ and let Jesus Christ, which is the false image of the beast. It's an image of the beast. Jesus Christ, when you read and study deep into the original languages, Jesus Christ is Hail Zeus. Okay? It's Hail Zeus. It's also another translation of Earth Pig. Okay? He is the image of the beast. Jesus Christ is the image of the beast that all have been made to worship. But again, Father says, call to me and I will answer you and teach you great and unsearchable things that you don't know. This is what he showed me on my face always. Father, show me what you want me to see and help me to have the wisdom and understanding. And please don't let my heart get in the way of what I feel like I want it to say. Just show me exactly what you say. And he showed me very clearly that the lying pens of the scribes have created falsehoods. Jeremiah 8:8, go look it up. And for those of us who, as we learn and grow, we must do it and continue to grow and bear fruit, regardless of what happens. We're called to be set apart in truth, not unified in the lies. Okay? Because Yahushua came and he said he was going to bring a sword. Okay? He's bringing the sword of truth, which cuts through the marrow and everything. He's cutting it through because we don't want any lies in there. No falsehoods whatsoever. All right? But again, we were all born with the mark of the beast. And I know people are going to say, what? We were born with the mark of the beast. We inherited traditions. We inherited our nature from Adam and Eve. That's Jeremiah 16:19. we inherited this nature. And that's why we must be born again in John 3:3. We must be born again in the Spirit, because our flesh is the mark. Because Adam and Eve were first glorified beings before they fell, and they were marked with the flesh. Okay? Because they listened to Gadriel or Satan. All right? But again, read. This calls for wisdom. Let one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, which is the number of a person. It's the number 666. Okay? That right there is the verse you need to study to understand that Jesus Christ is 666. Okay? All right, John 14. Truly, I tell you, anyone who believes in me and will also do the works that I do. Again, those people who believe in the Messiah and know his name and know his Father's name, they will do greater works than Messiah did. He says right here, and he will do greater works than these. You will do the works that I do and greater works than these, because I am going to the Father. And we must be here to fight this spiritual war. It is more spiritual than it is physical. Okay? If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. Right? When you are doing spiritual warfare, do not lead out with, I rebuke you in the name of. That does not work. Because you have no power of your own. You must use Yahuwah's name. Say, Yahuwah rebuke you. Otherwise, the demons will cut you down. Here's more on the true names, okay? In Isaiah, or Yashayahu, I am Yahuwah, and I will not give my glory to another. This is his name. He is not God, he's not Lord, he's not Jesus, he's not Yahweh, he's not Jehovah. These are other scripts. Pause and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but pause and study, save for later. These are all false names of the Most High. In the scrolls, the Dead Sea Scrolls, you see the ancient Abri Hebrew, which says Yahuwah. It's not Jehovah, not Yahweh, not Yahweh. Okay? There is so much to study. The truth is there if you dig for it. Proverbs 25:2, it is the glory of Yahuwah to conceal a matter and the glory of kings to search it out. Okay? So please pause and read these screens as you go through. But you guys, you cannot trust in God. Gadriel. He is the God of this world right now. But let me tell you, there's a promise, a very powerful prayer in Psalm 91. Okay? It tells us that we will have his protection, that you will see all these calamities with your eyes and witness the punishment of the wicked. But because you have made Yahuwah your refuge, the Most High, your dwelling place, no harm will come to you, no plague will come near your tent. For he will give his angels orders concerning you to protect you in all your ways. They will support you with their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra, and you will trample the young lion and the serpent. That is spiritual warfare that we're going to be doing. Because he has his heart set on me, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. Not title. Because he knows my name. And when he calls out to me, when you rebuke in his name, I will answer him. And I will be with him in trouble, and I will rescue him and give him honor. Because he knows my name. Yahuwah, learn it. Learn his son's name. His son came in his name. Yahuwah is the Father. Yahusha is the Son. Okay? Again, this is an important message. It's very heavy. With the beginnings of this going on in this world, they will tear this country apart. It is prophesied, and as it is written, it will be done. His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And for those who truly know his name, they will have refuge, they will have protection, they will have provision. They will do his will, they will do mighty things. But for those of you who have not grown beyond what you've been spoon-fed over these poisoned pulpits, because Gadriel, Satan, he knows that the quickest, most efficient way to unalive a flock of sheep is to poison the wells. And that's exactly what he's done in every single religious pulpit of every single religion in this world. He's deceived. Again, Revelation 13. The whole world has been deceived. So please take this in a matter of prayer to the Father, and I pray you all be blessed.